definitely not in Florida anymore. Today, I just rolled into White National Monument here in New Mexico. These dunes cover 275 square miles and are the largest gypsum sand dunes in the world. The drive getting here has been pretty fun. I came through the Lincoln National Forest, which is east of here, and around the city called Cloudcroft, there's a bunch of forest roads, and I was riding my dirt bike around, and when I got to the edge of the forest, you can actually see these dunes from a long ways away. And when I first saw them, it looked like clouds. Like I thought we were so high that there was cloud cover beneath, but I was looking at Google Maps and I realized those aren't clouds, that is white sand dunes. So that was a really neat drive. And then even just prior to entering the park, it was mostly desert-like until you actually get about a mile or two into the entrance station of the park, and that's where the white dunes pretty rapidly start. And I just finished breakfast and I am pumped to get outside and start exploring. What are those? Huh? Have you seen that meme?
Told me there was a Starbucks here. I don't see it.
Ooh, I just got back from the Alkali Flat Trail. It's about 5 miles out in the sand dunes, and it started getting a little hot there at the end. But anyways, that fella that I was with, his name is Milo, and I met him back in Florida, and then we bumped into each other in Austin, Texas again a couple weeks ago, and then we were both heading to Big Bend at the same time. And we were both trying to do some climbing, so we ended up doing some climbing together and kind of been traveling a little bit together. So anyways, he's a little camera shy and probably won't see him much on the vlog. But so another thing that you can do here at the park is go sledding on the dunes if you have a sled and some wax to wax up the bottom of your sled, because then it slides better. I don't have a sled, but Milo's got a snowboard, so we're thinking about trying that out, doing some snowboarding on the sand dunes here in a little bit. So just come out here, and Milo's like, is that a camel? And I'm like, no, there's no camel out there. There's a camel.
It's only got one hump.
He just sat down. The camel just sat down. What the heck? What's up, bro? Gonna shred the Nord, dude. Do a triple 360 backflip, man.
Come on, get some. Oh no, it's heavy. Oh.
Whee! Getting some speed. Wow. Flip flops. Look at this. Check it out. It's a new way to snowboard. Adidas flip flops. Try it out, folks. So if you come out here, bring a sled or a snowboard. Snowboard seems to work better. We didn't even wax his snowboard, and it went flying. So these people down here are having a little bit of an issue, so they're trying to like dig a trench out so that they go faster or something. I don't think it's gonna work, but it looks like they're having fun. But anyways, one other interesting thing about the White Sands area is there is a White Sands missile range right next to and almost surrounding White Sands National Park. And it sounds like they tested the first nuclear bomb there in 1945. Anyways, now I'm about an hour and a half north of White Sands, and I was thinking about just making this video about White Sands, but I thought I'm gonna be seeing a few neat areas in the next couple of days, so we're gonna keep it going. I'm about to make some dinner and enjoy another New Mexico sunset, and tomorrow we'll check out a few other cool things. Good morning. It is crazy windy out here today. Like, it started it was before it was light, so probably like 4 or 5 in the morning. I just started like rocking while I was sleeping, and then I get up and like my keys that hang here and anything that's like hanging is just like constantly moving back and forth. And it's crazy windy. Anyways, I'm not sure if I'll be able to have the camera out very much in the wind, or at least talk at it, but we're about to hit the road and check out the first sight of the day. Well, it's not so windy here, actually. It's pretty nice. I was going to stop at a place called Valley of the Fires Recreation Area, but they had a gate across it and said it was closed for some reason. They're like doing a remodel, but there's like this picnic area just up the road from Valley of the Fires Recreation Area, and you can kind of still walk around on the lava flow, and as you can see, there's just old lava flow all around me, and it's a huge area. It's actually interesting looking at it from the satellite view on Google Maps. As you can see, there's white sands farther south of here, shows up very clearly on the satellite, and then just north is this lava flow area, which is funny because the sand area is just so white and this is just so dark, so it's pretty neat. It's huge. There's not really any trails here, so I'm just going to walk around a little bit and check it out and hit the road again. It seems like at most of the lava flow areas that I've visited, there's oftentimes like lava caves, lava tube caves. So Milo found one here. He's checking it out, but he's a little bit of a chicken, isn't he?
That was a hard hour right in there.
An hour, please. No, he wasn't in there for an hour. So I'm gonna go check it out. Well, none of these caves seem to go too far, but there's definitely a lot of little cracks and holes around here that it's kind of fun to crawl around, except this rock, or I should say this lava, is just very sharp and hard on the knees and hands for crawling. Second stop of the day is at a place called the VLA, which stands for Very Large Array. And what this is a National Radio Astronomy Observatory. I believe it's government owned. And what it is 27 giant satellites, which they pretty much use to track things in outer space. A couple days ago, I watched a movie called Contact, which was filmed here. Basically, it's about a lady that was very interested in astronomy and space while she was growing up, and then she grows up and gets really into discovering if there's life in space that we don't know about, and eventually she gains access to this observatory and, long story short, finds what she believes to be life in space. I won't spoil the whole movie for you. It was actually a pretty good movie, but I thought it would be funny to watch it and then come here and see where it was filmed and where it took place. Not a whole lot to see because the visitor area is closed, unfortunately, due to COVID. Not really sure when it's going to open up, so this is as close as I can get at this time. On to the next location. Well, next on the agenda was to do some climbing, but we didn't quite read into the climbing road quite well enough, and we have to take a detour. That's about 30 to 40 minutes longer than we assumed on a much worse road. So this is what we get to deal with right now. Yay! Alright, we'll come around the corner to see this massive hill, and Milo's kind of backing down, so we might be turning around. We'll see. Okay, we're not turning around, apparently. He's still going. Poor van. Oh my goodness, we are still going. Now, look how high we are. We were just down at by that little cabin down there, and now I'm like right on a drop off, so we're gonna go a little farther. It's not getting better, and there's no way to turn around now, so let's see how this goes. Well, Milo never turned around, so we went all the way up to 9,354 feet to this lookout here. But check out the view. Like, whoa, that was worth it. Well, hardly worth it. That was the most brutal thing I've ever done in my van so far. And actually, I was really impressed how well it did. Like, I didn't have any tire spin, and I'm only two-wheel drive. So, kind of let me know, like, what the potential is of my van. But I don't do this very often just because of the wear and tear. But I'll get a few clips on the way down and show you some of the obstacles that we had to go over to get up here. But anyways, not very many good camping options for another few miles, and we both decided rather than driving white-knuckled, beating up the vans anymore. We're gonna go back down the crazy road to some more tame campsites and then ride the dirt bikes back up here tomorrow to go rock climbing. So watch these clips of me going down. Maybe it won't look as crazy on the camera, I don't know, but it was scary.
Oh, that's a good scrape.
Oh, I felt that one. Failed.
Oh, here it is, here it is. Scrapey part. He's doing it. No scrapes. Oh. Oh. Nice. Wow, one little scrape. Hopefully he didn't lose his brakes. My van's down there.
Oh my goodness. We made it. Nothing broke on the vans as far as we know at this point. But we're both a little mentally drained from that drive. It was 4 miles round trip, but it felt like an eternity. But it was okay. It was kind of fun. Like, I hated it and I loved it at the same time. So I'm gonna make some spaghetti up real quick. Maybe have a little campfire tonight, and we're gonna hit the rock climbing spot tomorrow. So catch you in the morning. I must say, I have really enjoyed exploring the 2 national forests in New Mexico that I've been in so far. The Lincoln National Forest and the Cibola National Forest, which is where I'm currently parked, and did some rock climbing today. The landscape is just beautiful for sure, and it seems like there's a lot of wildlife in these forests compared to some of the other ones that I've been in. Between the two, I've seen a lot of elk running around. Back in the Lincoln National Forest, there was lots of wild horses or ponies running around. They were actually, I think, some of both, and lots of deer. And last night we were sitting outside, and all of a sudden we heard a bunch of coyotes, and they were like pretty close, but it was cool to hear them kind of howling through the canyon that we're staying in down here. So it was a fun ride today, some good rock climbing. We did about 6 or 7 different routes, all different difficulties. And the ride back went well. A little bit brutal of a trail once in a while, so we are definitely glad that we did not drive the vans all the way back there. But it was a fun motorcycle ride. And now we're back at camp and just gonna make some dinner again tonight. I probably don't need to tell you that every single night, but it's a good day. Tomorrow, I don't know what's going on. We'll find something cool to do. So, see you tomorrow. Oh boy. Good old New Mexico. It's funny out here, Google Maps has all these dirt roads tracked, so when you punch a location in, you don't really know what kind of roads you're going to be taking there. But today I left the forest, and Mila and I actually are heading different directions today. And I went through a little town called Pie Town, and I'm heading up to a national monument about an hour away from where I parked. And washboard, hold on. Oh, okay. Anyways, It was only about an hour away, but I had no idea that the roads were like this, so I guess I'm just dealing with it. Sometimes it's not bad. I can cruise along 50 miles an hour, no problem. And then back there was just like a bulldozer thing just flattening out the road, and oh, this is interesting. But I guess we're really putting the van to the test these past few days, that's for sure. Holy smokes, I survived the bumpy road. It was like over 20 miles on that bumpy, crazy stuff. But I just arrived at Malpais National Monument. I don't speak Spanish, so I don't know how to pronounce it. I just stopped at the far southern end, which there is another lava flow similar to the one that I stopped at a couple of days ago. And they said that this one, I was reading the sign, is a fairly young lava flow, and they estimate it to be about 3,900 years ago that it flowed through here. So it's definitely a little bit similar to the lava flows I saw the other day, but you can almost tell that this was like a big ocean of lava just flowing, whereas the other area was more like lava boulders, I guess you could say. There's several areas to look at and drive and hike in this park, so I just checked out the lava falls area, and then I'm going to continue up the highway and check out a few other entrances to this park and see what's around. Now I'm at the Laventene Nature Arch Trail. How neat is that? It's a pretty neat looking arch, that's for sure. Kind of like Arches National Park, a little bit in Utah. I'll climb up there real quick and head down the road a little bit farther. The rest of the drive was quite scenic, and there was a couple other pullouts where there were hiking trails and some viewpoints, but I kind of just drove past because I am not in the mood to do much hiking right now. I'm still working on healing up a blister I got down in Big Bend National Park. But anyways, now I am at the visitor center, which is near Grants, New Mexico, and just stopped in there to get a map and a little bit more information about the park. But anyways, I only have one more stop for this video, so I hope that you enjoyed some of the sights from New Mexico. I feel like it's one of those states where people just don't really know what's here, and I was kind of one of those people who just like, I don't know what's here. There's a lot that I missed, but I feel like I hit a lot of neat areas. The one area that I did not put in this video is Carlsbad Caverns, which is like something you don't want to miss for sure. It's really, really cool. I would almost recommend just like not even looking up videos or anything of it and just going there and seeing it, because it'll kind of blow your mind. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. We have one more stop before we wrap things up, and then on to the next adventure.